Hi, my name is Jeanette, and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel, Jane Reads. So today I have a book outlet order. I have opened the box so that I'm not fighting with it for this, but I haven't pulled them out of the box. So in my day 14 vlog, I talked about placing a book outlet order, and then I didn't do it. And then I didn't do it the next day. And then I didn't do it the next day. But I eventually did it, and the box arrived, and now we're gonna see what I did order. Okay, so the first book here is The Sweet Life by Suzanne Woods Fisher. This is a contemporary romance. It is book 1 of the Cape Cod Creamery series, and I have to always check the side to see what the name of the series is. Book 2 does come out this year, I think in May. So I don't plan on reading this right away, but I have really enjoyed a few of her books that I have read. And my friend read this and said that she enjoyed it, and I just love the cover. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of ice cream, but the pink, and it's just such a cute cover. So yeah, and there's a lighthouse right there. That's cool, because today I have my lighthouse mug. Yeah, so this is, as I said, book 1 of a contemporary romance series. Okay, the next book, next 2 books. I have The Killing Tide by Dani Petrie. This is book 1 of her Coastal Guardians series. And then I got book 3, The Deadly Shells, of the same series. I already have book 2, The Crushing Depths. Yeah, The Crushing Depths. So now I have the complete series, so I can read them. I have read The Killing Tide already a few years, when it first came out. When did it first come out? Oh, I didn't realize there was a sticker on the back of it. 2019. And I really enjoyed it, so I will reread this one, and then I will read the other 2 because I have not read them. So, books 1 and 3. Okay, then we have The Secret Keepers of Old Depot Grocery. Did I say that name right? By Amanda Cox. I had heard about this book through Chantel Reads All Day, and she really enjoyed this book and really liked it. And so I'd already added it to my wish list, and then I saw that it won the Christie Award for Book of the Year just in 2022, and it was like, I really want to read that. So from what I understand, it is a dual timeline, and it is like a standalone, so I'll read you the back. Says, present day Sarah Ashby returns to her childhood home, determined to finally follow her dream of running the family business alongside her mother and grandmother. So when her mother, Rosemary, announces to her that Old Depot Grocery is closing, Sarah and her grandmother, Glorianne, make a plan to save the store. But Rosemary has worked her entire life to make sure her daughter never follows in her footsteps. She has her reasons, but she will certainly never reveal the real one. 1965. Glory Ann confesses to her family that she's pregnant with her deceased fiancé's baby. Pressured into a marriage of convenience with a shopkeeper to preserve her family's reputation, Glory Ann vows never to love again. But some promises are not as easily kept as she imagined. This dual timeline story from Amanda Cox defiantly explores the complexity of the mother-daughter relationship, the way the secrets we keep shape our lives and the lives of others, and the healing power of telling the truth. Like, to me, that just sounds great, and I really like this cover, just really the soft brown. I really like this cover. So yeah, so I picked that one up. Then I got Power Play by Rachel Dillon. This is book 3 of her Capital Intrigue series. I do have book 1 on my shelves. They did not have book 2 in stock, so I picked up book 3, and I will look for book 2 before I read this series. It is a romantic suspense. I don't really know anything about it, but because this is book 3, I don't want to read the back because I don't want to know anything about it. But I have read another series by Rachel Dillon that I did enjoy, so I thought, hey, let's try this one. Okay, so then I got 2 Karen Whitmeyers. This is The Heart's Charge and In Honor's Defense. So this is book 3 and this one's book 2 of the Hangers Horseman series. They did not have book 1 in stock, but I do have book 1 on my Kindle. But I will be looking for it physical so that I can complete the series. I have read book 1 and I really enjoyed it. And I didn't have I think I have book 2 on my Kindle as well, I think. But I didn't have book 3. Or I have book 3 and I don't remember. I have one of these 2 on my Kindle, but I was missing one of them. And then when I saw them on Book Outlet for cheaper than I could get on my Kindle, I picked them up. So yeah, I've not read this. As I said, I've only read book 1 in the series and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed a lot of Karen Whitmeyer's books. So I was excited to get this one. This is a historical fiction. Then I have 2 books which are going to be Christmas gifts for my sister-in-law. She does know she's getting them, so whether this goes up before Christmas or after Christmas, that's okay, because she knows that I'm picking them up for her, or she will already have them. So that is The Element of Love by Mara Connolly and Inventions of the Heart. So this is books 1 and 2 of the Lumber Baron's Daughter series. It is a historical romance. I have never read anything by this author, but it is one of her favorite authors. And when I saw them for cheap, I'm like, I can't pass this up. So she knows she's getting them because I messaged her and said, have you read this series? Because I can pick them up for really reasonable for you. And so she's like, no, I haven't. There is a 3rd book in the series, but they didn't have it. But I will be looking for it so that I can complete the collection for her. She might not get it at Christmas because we're already very close to it by the time I'm filming this. But, I mean, it's going to take her some time to read these 2, so I have some time to look for it. So yeah, I have never read anything by this author, but she has loaned me a few books of her favorite books by this author, so I'm hoping to read them in 23, kind of see, do we agree? Do we have similar reading taste? I'm not sure. I don't know. So yeah. So that is these 2 books. Then the last book I picked up, which I had to get because if you watched my Bookmas Day, I want to say day 9, but it was where I tried a chapter and Christine had given me the first chapter of 4 books and I didn't know what the books were and I had to read them and then choose which book I would like to continue reading. I think it was day 9, but I will link that video below. A Distant Shore by Karen Kingsbury was one of the chapters that I had to read that I just I was almost in tears just in chapter 1 alone. And I was like, how dare you? And I'm like, I think I know what book this is because she had talked to me about it. And it was the book that I chose to read, not knowing it was a Karen Kingsbury book. And I'm like, of course. Because I've never read a Karen Kingsbury book. It's always been a joke between us that, oh, I can't read a Karen Kingsbury book. No, I can't do that. And it's all because of the movie The Bridge. I didn't have the greatest experience with that movie. And I talk about that in that video I did on the day 19. And it's not, movie was great. It's just, I only saw part 1 and it ended. And I didn't know there was a part 2 and it ended and it was like, what just happened? And so then it was like, Seriously? I was like, well, now I can't read a Karen Kingsbury book. Like, how dare that happen to me? And it just became a running joke between me and Christine. So, of course, when I did the Try the Chapter, she chose 2 Karen Kingsbury books, and one of them being The Bridge. So, I have The Bridge on my Kindle to read, and then this one was cheaper, again, than on my Kindle, so I have it in physical form. So, yeah, so this one will definitely be getting read early 2023. I don't know when yet, because I haven't done my January TBR, but it will be early because I need to know. Kind of after reading chapter 1, I need to know what the rest of it is. Yeah. So this is, I don't know. It doesn't even have a category on the back. Gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, I knew Karen had a lot of books, but wow. That's a long book list. I don't even know if it says what it is. I don't know. I just know that from what Christine has read it and from what she told me, it is not one of Karen's typical books in the fact that like it follows a family drama or whatever. There seems to be a little bit more suspense in it, which is my type of reading. So we will see. So those are all the books that I got, and so I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got 10 books, but 8 of them are for me. 2 of them are a gift. And out of those ones, they're 1 standalone, 2 standalones, because this one's a standalone. So yeah, so 2 standalones, 6 series out of those 8 books. Yeah, I like series. If you didn't know that, hey, here you go. So those are the books that I decided to order in my recent book outlet order. And have you read any of these books? Is there one that I should move to the top of the list and read first? Other than A Distant Shore, because that one is at my top of my list out of these ones because of Christine. But any of the other ones, kind of what should be my next read? I'd love to chat in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today. Have a good day. Bye.